everybody, welcome back. All right, so I'm going to tell you about week number 8. I don't even know. I got to check that, so I'll be right back. Okay, so we've been talking about the storm in the night. This was week number 8, by the way. So yeah, I'm just going to hop right in to kind of tell you some things that we did and go through one of their little journals to show you kind of what they did, and then I'll put some clips at the end, okay? So this is Evangeline's journal. This was a color by number, but the general consensus was, you know, like, why am I going to paint color water red and purple and green? That did not make sense to them. So they were like, no. So they just colored it their own. They all went with the same color scheme, I think. And so this is their cover page, and they traced and wrote Storm in the Night. And then this was her copy work. We talked about who the characters in the story were. Let's see what else. One day, I was sorting my construction paper, and so they decided they wanted to draw pictures of a storm. So there's her rain cloud, some lightning, I think is the yellow in there. One day we discussed our fears and talked about, do not be afraid, for I'm with you. That's what the Bible tells us. She said her fears were bad dreams and Satan. We talked about relationships on Thursday, and she said she has a special relationship with Jesus, and I asked her why, and she said he gave me a daddy, a mommy, and a brother and a sister. So I thought that was really sweet. This was just some of her copy work. We did our scripture, when I am afraid, I will trust in you. And then we did a quote from the book, and the girls, I had them trace it, and Everett actually copied it. So it says, I shall have to tell you a tale of when I was a boy. And that was what the grandfather told Thomas in the story. And then this is a picture of our water cycle that we did. And we talked about what is a cloud. A cloud is condensed water vapor. And we just talked about how, you know, it gets evaporated, it becomes a cloud, it rains again. Let me see if there's anything else. Oh, we made a little wheel that they could take off and spin, and it explains the water cycle a little bit. Can't really read it very well because it's really tiny print, but the pictures are there. And then this was the sources of light we did. We kind of like did brainstorming, and I wrote down the ideas they gave me. And they talked about things, fire, the sun, the moon, indirectly gives us light, but light bulb at our house, she said, lightning. And then we also talked about onomatopoeia. So this was a little thing I had printed out for them, and they had to match the words to the different things that make sounds. And she lost her clock picture somehow, so I drew her another one. And these were actually great because the girls could sound them out and read them. So that was a good little reading practice for them as well. We did a group reading this week with a book called A Rainy Day that was just a low-level reading book. Very easy for Everett to read and kind of a little more challenging for the girls. So that was a good group read for us. We read books about lightning. We read books about things like about fear. We read about the dark, because one of mine keeps saying she's afraid of the dark, or had been. This week that went away. So hey, maybe this unit was really good for that, because just talking about things you're afraid of, it seemed to really help her with that. So that is what we did with 5 in a row this week, and last week. We've been working on it since last week. In general, I'll just tell you a little bit about what we did this week in our homeschool outside of that. Because we went on a field trip on Tuesday, so I wanted to tell you about that. We went to the library, which doesn't seem like a place you would go for a field trip, but it's a different library than we normally go to, and a special room there that is a whole huge room dedicated to genealogical and historical things about where we live and surrounding areas kind of thing. So it was very interesting, and my kids really seemed pretty, interested in it. I was kind of surprised just because I didn't know. I mean, Everett is a history buff. So it was kind of funny because it doesn't matter where we go in the library, that child can find war history. It's amazing to me. So he comes, we're sitting waiting for the field trips to start, and he comes to the table and he's like, "Mama, look, I found a war history book." I'm like, "I don't even know." I mean, I guess he reads. It just amazes me because he's like kind of been a reluctant reader, and it's, but he comes up with a literally, no joke, like a chronicle of Civil War history with print this big, but full of pictures from the Civil War time. And it was so interesting that he just was like, finding all the stuff that he knew about in there. He was like, "Mama, let's read this. How long do you think it would take to read this?" And I'm thinking, I don't have the patience to read one page of that because it was just a long thing, But I'm just amazed that he can find history books. It doesn't matter where we go. I mean, we were in a room full of history books, but you know what I mean. War history, specific things that he's interested in. He found it. So we got to look at that before we started the tour. And then, he was really excited about, they had a drawer full of like historical maps and just different things. It was just really interesting. And we also, the next part, we went to an exhibit, 2 different art exhibits. One of them was paintings and drawings that were on display, and it was a scavenger hunt. So they gave you a printout of like little parts of the picture, and you had to go find them in the big works and write the title down. And they all got a little pencil and bookmark prize when they were done. So they were excited about that. We did that. And then we went up and saw the next exhibit was Japanese twisted bamboo art. Very interesting and awesome because we've just studied about Japan not too long ago. So that was exciting, just because it was something they could relate to. They were excited to, they were just really excited about that exhibit. We learned a new Japanese word, which was ikebana, which, if I'm saying that right, I hope so, because Japanese is not a language I speak, and anything I say in a foreign language, I probably sound like a more country hick than I normally do. So yeah, but I wanted to show y'all because I thought they did such a great job in their little writing journals. They each came and wrote about it. So this is what Everett wrote. After some correction, but he wrote, "I liked Japanese bamboo art." So then that's his picture of the bamboo basket and the ikebana that was in there. So I thought that was cute. And then I'll show you, this was Ellen's. And this is only the girls' like 2nd or 3rd writing assignment that I've had them do. She said, "Liked bamboo art." She was simple and to the point. And there's her ikebana and another ikebana, and there's her looking at them. And there she is looking at them. And then this was Evangeline's. And hers says, she said it says, "I liked Japanese bamboo art." And then she wrote the word ikebana. And then she said Evangeline wrote this. So I thought she did well. And then that's her ikebana and her little basket. And this is the 4 of us at the exhibit. So I just thought that was so cute for them. So yeah. Oh, I have an itchy nose tonight. Forgive me. Ugh. Okay, so I'm going to throw some clips on the end of this video so you can kind of see us as we were working on our journal things. And yeah. Alright, we are learning about the water cycle today. And the kids are making a little diagram of the water cycle.
What's a diagram?
It's going to show what the water cycle is like. So we'll show you the finished product after we...
When water goes down like rain, it's this rain, it's this water and liquid.
Yeah, and then what happens to it when it goes in the ocean? Ever it be sweet.
It rises because of the sun into a cloud.
What is the sun doing to it?
Makes it water vapor and it rises up into a cloud and then falls back down.
Yeah. Why does it fall?
Because it gets so heavy. It's so much rain it goes and thunder is made by a bunch of ice in the clouds that's
and it's thunderstorm, when it goes boom, boom, it's a lot of noise. You don't have to be afraid of it, but lightning is just a bunch of electricity.
That's right. Okay, so we just are doing some impromptu art here in the middle of our morning.
The storm in the night.
Yeah, we've been talking about the storm in the night. Hello, everybody. It is Thursday afternoon. It is about... Yeah, they're playing with blocks. I'm about to read our book, The Storm in the Night, and I'm also going to read a little bit about lightning, and I'm going to read a book called The Dark, and then we're going to do some more 5 in a row stuff. All right, we are doing some copy work today. This is actually part of last week's 5 in a row. This is our scripture they've been doing. All right, so we just did a brainstorm about where light comes from. And everybody had some great ideas. This is what we came up with. Lightning and the light bulbs in our house and fire and the sun.
Here's some more fire.
Oh, wow. Even said fire and eggs. Phone, flashlight, a lamp, some fire, and some light.
Can somebody please take a picture of me?
We're working on some 5 in a row things. So they're going to trace and write Storm in the Night. This is going to be their cover page for their thing today. Finished hers, and now she's doing some copy work. We talked about how there are characters in the story, and she's writing their names. And she also worked on what she's afraid of. This is her fears.
Yeah, and I like my sisters. And look.
We're doing
Hey, can I show YouTube
a scripture about
that they
when
might
I'm afraid
have
I will
taken
trust
out
in
of
you.
Mario Brothers? I might have taken this out of the old Mario Brothers.
Yeah,
extra
that's a
turn
mushroom eraser. It is Thursday. This is our Friday because we're taking off tomorrow, scheduled day off. So the kids are making some little superheroes to go on my bulletin board back there. That's my example one. That's Super Mom. And so this is just really for fun, kind of like an artsy craftsy fun, just for the sake of fun. But also part of our lesson in 5 in a row is like eyes and like being able to see where people are looking at because of the position of their eyes. So they're making a mask with superhero eyes. So I'll let them choose if they want to put their eyes straight, if they want to be looking to the sides, down, up, whatever.
And you need to make, okay.
I guess that's all I'm going to share. Okay. If you like this video, feel free to give it some thumbs up. If you want to see more, please subscribe. And if you have any comments for me, put them down below. I love to read your comments and hear your thoughts on what we're doing and that kind of thing. So thanks for watching, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye.